Hey guys, welcome back to Ultima Games, and today we are going to be talking about what is releasing in the month of January 2023. First game on our list is A Space for the Unbound. Now this is a slice of life narrative adventure set in the late 90s of rural Indonesia. Now that's interesting for a few reasons, because I've never played an indie game from Indonesia for one, so this will be my first time. I'm curious to see what their game development kind of looks like from their perspective, you know, as far as culture and stuff like that. And it's a visual novel, so that's going to be even more interesting. It's set in the late 90s of Indonesia in a small town. There's going to be, you know, Inception style gameplay, diving into people's dreams and stuff. There's going to be also, you know, investigating supernatural events. I'm very curious to see what they do with this game and to see how much, you know, this visual novel differs from, you know, the Japanese style ones, and the anime art, pixelated art style definitely catches my attention. So I can't wait to play this game once it releases on January 19th. The next game on our list is one that I'm the most excited about. Now, Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden are some of the best JRPGs that I've ever had a chance to play in my time as a gamer. I definitely love the music, the characters, the story, and just every aspect of gameplay, with the exception of Persona 3's Tartarus Tower. It could get a little tedious, but for the most part, it's definitely worth the grind. It's a game that just keeps on giving you more and expecting more, and the characters and their journey is just fantastic. I love these games. I am a little bit sad though. I'm not seeing any, you know, Persona 3 Portable or P4 Golden on, you know, PS5, which strikes me as kind of odd, especially with Xbox inviting it to Game Pass so readily. And, you know, Microsoft has those deep pockets, so I'm not surprised there. But definitely, if you're any kind of JRPG fan and you have not tried these games, I highly recommend you try them. They're some of the best games I've played, and they're such a great time too. They're so enjoyable, they're so fun, and they just tell great stories. The soundtrack alone is worth playing for. Great music, memorable characters, and just an overall fun time. I've never had a bad time playing a Persona game. And then that goes for P5 Royal as well. These games release on January 19th. Go check them out. Go have a good time. It's definitely worth your time. And as many people download this game, we have a better chance of getting a P3 remake. I really want that. Please go support this game, even if you're just doing it for the downloads. I appreciate it. The next game on our list is Fire Emblem Engage. Now this game looks visually fantastic. I'm surprised how far Fire Emblem has come as a series. It seems to be the same, you know, chess strategic gameplay that we all are used to from this series, and I can say this much: it looks fantastic. I'm surprised with how good this game looks, especially running on Switch. I feel like Switch is always this console that like can't run games really well, but then you see a game like this and you're just like, damn, that's running on Switch. I'm really impressed with this game, and I can't wait to try it when it comes out. This will be my first real try of Fire Emblem in a while. I haven't touched this game since like Three Houses back in 2019, and even that game I just barely played a little bit just to try it out. I'm definitely curious. I see that they're bringing back older Fire Emblem characters as, you know, bonuses and boosts, and that's actually pretty dope, because that means I get to see what the past Fire Emblem looks like, and I hope that once I do play this game, I become a fan of it. I would love to go back and play the older ones. I have no problem going backwards in the series if I need to. The next game on our list is Forspoken. Now this game catches my attention for a lot of reasons. It's definitely the biggest on this list, and this game just reminds me of a medieval Infamous, and I have been itching for a game like this for a while now, since we haven't had an Infamous game in like years, since like the launch of the PS4, I believe. Yeah, it's been a minute. So I'm definitely curious about this game. I do have a few concerns, however, but from what I've seen from the demos and the gameplay trailers, I'm not too worried about this game. Visually, graphically, it looks great. Open world looks fantastic, and it looks like there's a lot to do in this game. My biggest concerns with this game is just, you know, the character, the story. Will the game be repetitive? Is this game just a fancy tech demo? I doubt it. It looks too good for that to be the case, but you know, we've been fooled by fancy looking games before, and I'm seeing a lot of variety in this game. My only other big concern, especially with AAA games nowadays, is just, will this game work? I'm seeing a lot of moving parts. I'm seeing a lot of visual stuff going on. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt until I see the game, you know, out. And from the demo, what I've played of it so far, it looked like it played really well, and it ran on the PS4 perfectly fine. I haven't played anything on PS4 that's been buggy at all, really. Right now I'm playing through God of War Ragnarok finally, and I'm not too worried about, you know, PS5 games right now. They haven't given me any reason for any kind of concern, but aside from that, the game looks fantastic. I'm curious. It's been delayed a few times, so I don't have to really worry about it being buggy. Definitely can't wait to play this game. It releases January 24th, and let me know what you guys think about it when it comes out. Alright, the next game on our list is kind of a cheat, but definitely a game that deserves it, and that is Dead Space. Now this game is a full remake by EA Motive, and it looks fantastic. I love seeing older games get remakes because when they just deserve it and just their beloved franchises like this, it's just great to see them come back, you know, especially on like current gen hardware where like they can really be pushed to the limit, you know. And I gotta say, this game looks fantastic. I've seen gameplay videos of like all the improvements and everything, and it's just breathtaking how different this game looks compared to the old one. I've dabbled with a little bit of Dead Space back in the day, and the differences are definitely noticeable in this iteration of it. EA Motive killed it with this. I'm glad to see that EA is making some smart moves. Lately, the last few years, they haven't been doing so great, but they are slowly but surely getting their way back into fans' good graces. If they just keep the microtransactions down and keep doing cool remakes and cool games like this, they would be fine. But I can't wait to play this game when it comes out, and you should definitely be checking this out when it does. Now the next game on our list has my attention because it's an indie game, and I love playing indie games because they're just so different from what you would usually play from, you know, like a AAA game or a first party developer. And it's so great because this game, like, I'll just read you the synopsis because that's how bizarre it is. Inspired by Norse mythology, this hand-drawn, story-driven rhythm combat RPG blends narrative, exploration, and music all into one special journey. That alone had my attention when I saw it. I was like, I've never played a Norse mythology RPG that was a rhythm game. That's so dope. Meet and converse with a slew of diverse characters, explore a haunting take on Midgard, and make the choices that influence your story and ending. So multiple endings too, so you can just mess up the entire game if you're not careful, which is pretty cool. It comes out on January 27th. Definitely give it a shot because I can't wait to play it. Next up on our list is Lone Ruin. Now this game's giving me a few different vibes. I'm getting Hyper Light Drifter with a little bit of Fury and just a bit of Helldivers twin stick shooting. This game is a twin stick shooter, of course, so it looks fun. It's actually really good. It looks like it's a 16-bit if I'm looking at that right, and it looks really good. I'm loving how much like pixelated art we're seeing in games nowadays and how much better it can look, even though that style of, you know, graphics is so old nowadays. But the fact that people can adapt it so well in games nowadays is fantastic to see. And this game looks like hell right now. Like, from the gameplay that I've watched of it so far, it just looks like a fucking gauntlet of a game, and I can't wait to play it. I love twin stick shooters. Helldivers was so fun when it first came out, and it's just a blast. I'm glad to see games like this still making their rounds, especially this early on in the year. This game launches on Nintendo Switch and PC on January 12th, so it's going to be a very interesting game. It looks really hard as well too. I hope the difficulty is like just really difficult because games like these need that kind of difficulty level. And that about does it for our list. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what kind of games you guys are playing and looking forward to this year.